Hi everyone, my name is Jessie Sherman and I'm going to be showing you a simple fall makeup look that I use for every day to go to class downtown. It's nothing too fancy, but it's enough to get you through the day and make you feel more confident. So let's go. First, going to start off with a moisturizer. I got this one. It's Vital Beauty. It has hyaluronic acid. Just put it on everywhere. You can tell I'm breaking out, so I'm just putting some moisture on before I put a bunch of makeup on. So next, I'm gonna put my hair up so don't get hair in our face and our makeup. Just a simple little top bun. Okay, so I start off with a CoverGirl CG Smoothers, and it's BB cream. I use this because it has protection from the sun, and I don't want a huge amount of coverage if I'm just doing a basic everyday look. So I try to use something that's not too heavy. So I use this foundation brush. Sometimes I'll just take the bottle and put it on. And I start just dabbing it first before I start moving it around because it lets the product sit a little bit. And it does have some good like dewy shine, so if you don't want to be too matte. That's how I kind of do my foundation for this part of my face, and I do the same thing around the whole thing. I've been using this product for a while now and it works pretty good. It's tinted and I use light to medium 810, but it's good to cover some of those inconsistency and give you a good tone overall. It still shows my acne pretty bad, but we have other products for that. I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit, because if you let it dry, the product that you put on top will stay better and this will stay better. So fan yourself off a little bit. I almost rubbed my nose. Okay, next I'm gonna be using Collab concealer, and it's pretty lighter than my foundation, but it works pretty good. So I'm gonna come in and put it on the spots I don't want to be showing. I also somewhat use this to highlight under my eyes. It's not as dark. I know too bad of darkness. I put it on top. And a little bit on the nose to highlight that. And a little bit right here. Now, a lot of people use their fingers, and you can totally do that. That works really well if you want to tap it out. So I first start using my finger, and then I'll go in with a more of a brush. You can see I'm looking at my mirror, but it's really lightening up under my eye. I'm gonna let these sit, so wait before you smooth them out because it might hold on better to your face the longer the product sits on one spot. So this is the brush I'm using now. I think I just bought this off Amazon, but it's pretty dense. You can tell I use it a lot. I'm gonna go on my nose, see how it highlights that ridge of the nose, come down. Okay, now we're getting more into these spots. No, I didn't cover this one too much because there's enough product on the brush that I can just go over it pretty well. Now I only break out in different times of the month. Like, I don't really break out from food, but I've always have had red cheeks. It might be from my arthritis I have, like psoriasis kind of, because I have the same thing on my arms, but breakout on my cheeks. Like, it's not acne, it's just like under the skin. Okay, now that I have that on, I'm gonna take my foundation brush again and just smooth it all out. Make sure there's no crazy unblended spots. Let me guys know about the video quality and the sound. I'm trying to use my headphones so you can hear me better, but right now I'm using my iPhone 13 Pro because I wanted to try out the camera. Okay, next we go to contouring palette. So I got this at Walmart. It's Wet n Wild. It works really good and there's a lot of it. So I use this brush. It's a fairly thick brush, Face Secrets, and I'll link some of the products down below that are my favorite. But I just take a little bit, I kind of puff it off of it, and I go right kind of by my ear, and you want to follow the cheek. You want your cheeks to still stand out, but you want your jaw to more be concave. So think of it as kind of a triangle right there. You don't want to put too much, but enough that you'll be able to work with it. Because if you put too much, you might be spending a long time blending, and if this is supposed to be an easy look, that's not what you're going for. So now I'm gonna do the ring around the top. Definitely if your hairline kind of goes up and you have a big forehead, well, if you think you have a big forehead, having a darker halo around your face will bring it in, kind of getting into the hairline and meeting it with this spot right here. And we're gonna do the same thing like that, and I'm tapping it, not really stroking it. I don't want really it to blend while I'm putting more product on. And then I take my nose, put it right there. I don't want to go too close. I don't want to change the shape of my nose. So I take it just in this pocket. And I do the same thing on this side. I might go a little longer on this side since this one was fresher. Okay, now we have this beautiful frame of a face. I'm going to take a less dense brush, but if you only have a foundation brush, go for it. That will probably blend it a little bit too much, but if you just don't go as much on your face, it'll be pretty good. So I take this kind of fluffier brush, and it's broken. We all can't have perfect products. You just go around in circles, and I don't just want to go right where I put it, because I'll just be picking up the product. I want to blend it out, and so my skin tone doesn't look as crazy of a change from here to here to here. Going around. Now with the top, you want to make sure you kind of get it up. See how your hair doesn't let your skin get as dark here? So you want to like make it go a little bit up into your hairline. Just remember to, when you wash your face, to wash that out. Doing gentle circles. Now for the nose, you can probably use a more defined brush if you are worried about the detail, or you can scrunch it up like this and go in close. Just make sure you're not hitting this spot that we just lightened. Okay, now we're gonna take the other side. Now I only use one side of the contour palette, and then we'll move on to the next. Okay, now with the lighter side, or the highlight side, I'm just gonna take my finger, like so, and just go down the bridge of my nose. Again, with a lighter shade. It's more of a powder, so it's gonna act a little different then. So we're kind of setting the lighter tone And I like to do the darker and then the lighter tone for a powder, so it blends a little bit easier, because if you just keep putting so much lighter product, and then try to put the dark, it's gonna take a little bit longer to blend. So if you just tap it out, see how much lighter underneath, so you don't have those dark circles. I'm just gonna take a little bit, because I don't really do much with my eyebrows, because they're so defined already. Just put it right on top. Give it a more like even tone. Okay. Now my nose isn't really blended. I'm just gonna take whatever was left, go up both sides, and a little bit of a baggy nose. Last one I'll do is right here. Kind of lifts your lip up if you go right under your nose. And just lightens up that area, because I feel like even if you have no hair there, it's gonna look a little darker with kind of like the shadow of your nose sometimes. So I just pat it out. And you can see, if you didn't blend it perfectly, don't worry yet. So now we're gonna take our sponge. Oh, sorry, beauty blender sponge. If I can find one. Hold on. Okay, once you find your sponge, you want to get it a little bit wet, not soaking, just damp. You're gonna take it and just dab it. No smearing, no rubbing. It's more just taking that powder and pushing it into that wet foundation. And kind of taking away that cakey look that powder can give you, but also kind of marrying the powdery and the extra oily from the shiny foundation. So it's more just one skin shine, tone of shyness, I guess. Gonna go under. So you can still see there's still some spots, but they're pretty covered to where I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's bugging me all day that people can see it. Right under and right there. Okay. Next, I like to take my blush and put it on now, because then I can get a more idea of how dark or how different colored, I guess, I want to make my skin or my eyes look. Because if I'm going for a less dramatic eyeshadow look, I will use a less dramatic blush. So I'm using It Girl by the Morphe Base or Morphe Babe palette, and then I'll just tap it on. Now you don't want to go too crazy, just go light, little strokes, and then tap it out. See that blush? Now you want most of it to be focused on the apples or the highest point, and then blend it out. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Next, I'm gonna take this big, fluffy brush. It's by Jaclyn Hill. Most of my brushes are. But if you don't have the brand, it doesn't matter, because you have a product that works for you. We're gonna take it. We're just gonna swoosh it up. We're gonna blend that blush in to the contouring tone, the blush, the highlight, under our eyes. Just making it seem more seamless and less chunky colors. If we don't want to be the 3 flavored ice cream, even though that does sound good. Now whatever's on this brush, I'm just gonna take it around, smooth it out, get that nose a little. So that's most of our foundation and cheeks. Next we're gonna move on to our eye makeup. Okay, let's say you only have a few eyeshadow brushes. Let's say you just have this kind of brush and yes, and nothing. More of a fluffy brush and a medium brush. That's all you're gonna need for this Lego game. You're not gonna need 500 brushes to do tiny little details with them. If you do like doing that stuff, go ahead, but not every day you can whip out every brush. So first we're gonna take a more fluffier long brush. And I'm using a Sephora palette. It has everything you might need. Like, it's a really nice starting kit for girls or boys, no matter the age. If you're wanting them to be a little bit older, I totally understand, or younger, it's just nice. You have blush, contour, highlight, more eyeshadows, eyebrows. This is like correcting tone kind of stuff for like blemishes. I just don't, they're way too thick. And lip gloss. So with this, you're just going to be looking for a lighter orange-ish brown tone. So I'm going to be going with this one right there. We're going to just fluff it in there. We're going to go around the crease. We're also going to get a little bit of the eyelid. And whatever is left after doing that, you're going to take it and work your way up. So you just have one base tone around your eyes. Some people like to do a lighter tone, some people darker. It's really up to what you're going for. I try to stay away from the dark, harsh tones on my eyes because they sit so far in that when I open it, my eye, when they're mostly open, you only see this part. So I like to do lighter looks that just make my eyes pop. So now we're gonna do the same on the other side. Okay, we're gonna use the same brush and get a little bit deeper in the color. So we're gonna use, I cannot see this very well, this one right here. It's a little bit of a darker purple, like a purple tan color, and I'm just using the purple because a lot of leaves right now have that purpley brown red. And right in the crease, so you want to go from your eye, the base of these bigger eyelashes, and then up into the crease and up diagonally. This is going to give your eye more of a opened look. So there's the difference. I'm going to go back into that shade. Now you might be able to see it better. Right where those eyelashes really start to get bigger. And then you work your way kind of in the crease, but staying right in this pocket right here. Finally, with this brush, we are going to take a little bit darker, quite a bit darker. So we're going to take this brown down right here, just 1 or 2 puffs. Now this might make your brush look a little crazy with colors, but if you do this most every day, you're going to be doing the same thing with it. So we're going to go right back in that crease corner and just patting it right there. Not going as far, just staying right here. I like to pat it and then start swiping. See how it creates more of a depth and dimension of your face. And so once you got that mostly blended out, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna do the other side. 2 taps. Tapping right in that corner so it all sits there. And then start to branch it out. Now, what is your guys' opinion on this? I feel like I always do better with only one eye, and it changes every time. Like, they're never the same. So which one is your favorite eye that always turns out better? Or does it change? Let me know in the comments. I honestly don't know right now. This one looks a little bit less blended, so I'm gonna come back and fix that. This one definitely looks a little bit smoother. See, it's okay to make mistakes because, see right here, way too much, way too much. Sometimes you just need your finger. See? Much better. See, it's a little harsh right here, but we're gonna be putting tones on top. Okay, next we take our less puffy, more condensed brush that you may have. I'm gonna start working more into those lighter tones again. So we're gonna take a creamy, skin tone-y, or whatever your skin tone is, more of, I guess, a lighter tone than the rest, but more tan. We're gonna go right top. Now if you're wanting to like cut the crease, here's a good spot to do it since you have this wonderful corner look going. But I'm just gonna put a lighter tone on top instead of cutting the crease. I feel like doing that, cutting the crease is somewhat hard on my eyes because all that product is on it. So just finding a good base tone to then add some more shimmery highlights. So just blend it into those corners. Okay, looking good. Okay, now with our final brush, I'm not saying we're done with our eyes, but we take a shimmery tone. You can tell I'm almost out of it. Whatever shimmery gold you have, put it on top. No, it's not super crazy, but it is enough to give a sparkle to your day. We all need that. I can only close one eyeball. Like, I can't wink with the other one. You might want a harsher line, you might not. It's all what you're feeling that day. So I might go through and do a harsh line, blend it out. Use my finger. Okay, this is what we have so far. Not very blended too much yet. Okay, now we're gonna go back to our long fluffy brush right here. We're gonna kind of take off whatever we have on it. And we're gonna just blend it out. Blend it all into each other. It's important to feel confident about your makeup look. Like, don't do something you wouldn't do every day, I guess. Like, you can do some fancy stuff, do whatever your heart desires, but if like you walk out and feel like, this isn't me, like, you don't have to stay up with the trends, everyone. Do what makes you happy, what makes you feel beautiful. Because that's all that matters, is that you feel beautiful about yourself. Okay, next, we're gonna take whatever kind of a denser brush, or your finger, or a tissue, and go under and pick up whatever might have fallen before you go any further. Okay. Now with our more straight brush, if this is the 3 brushes you have, we're gonna take that. You remember that color we used in that very, very corner? Dab it. And you're gonna have on the very tip. Be careful where you do it. Right there. You don't have to go too like dramatic far in. Just enough. I feel like I'm Bob Ross. Like whispering. I wish I had his talent. I'm nothing like that. Just be careful not to get products in your eye. I know everyone wants to have those bright, big, white eyes, but adding products to your inner lid can cause serious damage in a few years. So just be thoughtful of your body. What has it given you already that you don't need to change? That's what's beautiful. Okay, now, eye look. Done. I don't know if we're gonna do any lips today. After you have your eye eyeshadow done. You don't need one of these. You don't. People, you don't. I'm just gonna use it. Your eyelashes are perfect how they are. If you want them a little bit more open, go for it. If you do the hair dryer technique, whatever you think works best for your eyelashes. Mine are long enough. I don't want to put any more weight on my eyes, but if you want more powerful eyelashes, you do you. Okay, there's my eyelashes. I'm only gonna do one. One is enough for today. Okay. Now, maybe we're feeling a little shiny. Maybe you want some glow. We all need some glow in life for those hard days, even for the easy days. With this highlighter packet by Morphe, I'm gonna do this darker tone right here, and I'm gonna go hit up Galactic. I don't want super crazy gold, I want more of a rich brownish gold and a light gold, not this yellow quite yet. Gonna do our nose. I like doing this pocket right here. When you turn, someone sees that glow. A little bit on our chin. Okay. Not done yet. If you guys have a setting spray, use it. Whatever you think will get your makeup through the day. But I'm gonna use this big fluffy white brush. I'm just gonna take it. For my lips, I'll just lick off whatever's on it. Probably some foundation. That's what I go with. Next time I'll do more of a lip look, but for every day, this is what I do. Okay. My last product. One second. Okay, the last thing I use with this face of makeup is a setting spray. I got this at Walmart for like $5. It doesn't burn my skin. You might have alcohol in it, which will make your skin burn if you have more gentle skin. So I'm gonna first show you what it looks like on the hand. See how it's like glittery brown? Yeah, I first didn't know that. And so when I put it on, I was like, why do I look so much darker? But it's kind of just like a goldy look. So if you're wanting more shine in your day, shake it up pretty good. It's $5, I'm telling you guys. And it lasts a good amount of time. It's not the best, but it does what I bought it for. So take it. I like to wave it. Make sure, definitely with a kind of a tinted spray, don't let it just speckle on your face. If it does, lightly tap it with a tissue or toilet paper, or it will stay as a little spot on your face. Just wave it around. I hope you guys like this video and maybe use some tips, maybe don't. But I'm definitely just wanting to share what I do every day. That's an easier look. That doesn't take as much time. Maybe you have a lot more time and you want to add more contrasting eyeshadow looks. I am going to put some more videos out for eyeshadow lip looks and more foundation for different times of the year, and some hair tutorials. So keep your eyes open for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's any tips that you would give me, I will take them all. I'm still new to really getting into makeup, but just be confident in your true natural face. Because if you can't love your face without makeup, I don't think makeup's really gonna fill in those gaps that you think you're missing. So just love yourself.